Ukraine war. Ukrainians to brace for winter of Russian strikes on energy grid. Ukrainians are preparing firewood and candles to brace for a winter of Russian strikes on the energy grid. According to a report by the news agency Associated Press on Monday, October 23, people have been purchasing candles, batteries, flashlights, and portable lanterns and stocking up on compact gas canisters. Last winter was the most challenging in the history of Ukraine's energy system, with more than 1,200 missiles and drones fired by Russians at power plants, Ukrainian state-owned grid operator Ukrenergo said. Russian strikes impacted almost half of the country's energy capacity. People were forced to endure hours without electricity and water during the coldest months. Russians will start bombing again. Those were dark days. I didn't want anything. I just wanted to pack my things and go abroad, Yerema, 48, told the Associated Press, adding she stayed back as her son insisted. Yerema and her son live in trailers that were set up in their backyard after the early days of the war last year destroyed their house in Moshchan. I have a feeling that when the cold sets in, they'll start bombing again, she told the news agency. Last winter, millions of people across Ukraine had to learn to work, live, and cover their basic needs without relying on electricity. US allocates millions for Ukraine's energy equipment. Following a lull of 6 months, the energy system sustained its first attack of the season last month, leading to damage to facilities in the central and western regions, according to Ukrenergo. Recently, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky committed to substantially enhancing air defense systems, which already have demonstrated greater effectiveness than the previous year. Everyone must play their part in defensive efforts to ensure that Russian aggression does not halt Ukraine this winter. Just as on the battlefield, in all areas, we must be resilient and strong, President Zelensky said. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Denys Shmyhal recently announced that the United States allocated $522 million for energy equipment and the protection of Ukraine's infrastructure. DTEK, a private energy producer in the country, has spent the last 7 months restoring its damaged infrastructure and fortifying the protection of its equipment for the upcoming winter. DTEK's chief executive officer, CEO, Maxim Timchenko said that the company has invested $550 million to prepare for this winter, adding it lost a lot of money due to last year's disruptions caused by Russian attacks.